controversial social media activist Martins Otse, widely known as Verydarkman, has been rearranged by the Nigeria police force on fresh charges of cyberbullying, multiple Nigerian public figures, including Nollywood stars Iyabo Ojo and Tonto Dike and blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't want to. Let's not take our time. Now, Barrister, cyberbullying. I think you have actually defined what this is. We've talked about this issue of cyberbullying. I don't know. Does EFCC have a case against VDM? Because probably they try to look for something to pin on this man. Nothing. And sort of now they are bringing cyberbullying. What is the definition of cyberbullying by law? How does law define cyberbullying? And who can be considered as a cyberbully?
Well, first of all, let me start from the charges that were made against him. If you look at the charges, you will see that the actual thing that made them to charge to go after Verydarkman is what they consider to be published videos, which they say were insulting and annoying remarks directed at Deputy Inspector Generals of Police and members of the National Assembly. Those are the actual things that made them. These issues of bringing Iyabo Ojo, Tonto Dike are just a way of trying to expand the coast to show that, oh, it's not just us, it is other people as well. But the real thing, because this issue of Iyabo Ojo and Tonto Dike happened way before. They did not do anything.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
When the publication like DIGs and the members of the National Assembly that they now remember, oh, he made it against Iyabo Ojo, he made it against Tonto Dike. Now, we talked about cyber stalking the other time, and now we are talking about cyberbullying. You know, initially, he was taken for cyber stalking.
Yes.
When you ask
you're right. It was what cyber talking we talked about. Yes.
That cyber stalking is a course of action. It's a course of action, which means that if you do something once, it does not result into a course of action. A course is something repeatedly. You are doing something.
Yes.
That's how we define course. So when you do something once, it does not amount to a course of action. It's a single instance of doing something. Cyberbullying, on the other hand, just like the term means, is, let's put it in a layman's word, you are trying to bully. I don't know how we can explain bully beyond the word bully.
Yeah.
You are trying to bully somebody by making false accusations against him in the public space, in the media, by online publication, by any means of publication, and put it out for people to look at the person as a bad person, to demean the person in the eyes of people. That will constitute cyberbullying. Now, this bullying, again, you have to, in law, nothing is as simple as it seems. I have made mention that if you are a public commentator, like we are here now, we are commenting on this show, you are allowed to comment on national issues. You are even allowed to comment on public issues, as long as it's in the national interest, as long as it's in the course of that comment. Some major of it is protected. But when it is so totally false, and it is perceived that you did it deliberately to tarnish that person's image, to demean the person in the eyes of people hearing you, that will amount to bullying. On the other hand, if you are doing it genuinely as commentary, to bring it to the attention of the public, what is happening and your views, you are excused, you are absolved from that liability. So you see the drawing line is a bit difficult. You have to show very clear falsehood and deliberate falsehood of putting that, knowing it to be false, rather than commentary. We make some comments here because we are trying to project and educate and enlighten people. So we can say, oh, we are making genuine comments, we are commenting genuinely on national and public affairs for the benefit of enlightenment of the citizens of Nigeria and those who listen to us. It can constitute a good defense. But if we deliberately, knowing what we are saying is a lie against somebody, and we continue to put it out, then we can be charged for the cyberbullying.
Okay.
I don't know if you
yes, I understand. I hope our viewers understand what you just explained as well. Now the next is applying it to Verydarkman, because that he is the subject of this topic right now. What do you see? What do you see EFCC's case as being viable against Verydarkman? Would they succeed?
Again, I will need to review all those publications. Now, in the first count, he was said to have uploaded a video via Instagram containing threats and bullying remarks, and Sam Clef is one of the this thing.
Yeah.
Now, you need to look at the video critically before you can apply the test I have just enumerated.
Yes, explain.
You have to examine every aspect of that video, whatever was said or projected in that video, and apply that test, whether it was fair public comment or a deliberate falsehood being put out in the public against the person. The second count, he posted offensive content accusing Iyabo Ojo of having an inappropriate sexual relationship with her daughter. So this is
wow! I didn't even hear that. Wow,
that's the second count. So you see things like that. Now, these are very emotional issues. If there are facts to that, it can be exaggerated. But if it is not, and there was some measure of carelessness in putting something like that out, that accusing somebody of having sexual relation with the person's child, it could amount to trying to bully, demean that person in the public space. But again, you have to look at the whole article, not just this single line that they took out. Most of the time when they are charging, they are not quoting the entire video or the entire publication. They pick up something in it, isolated from the rest of the district. So you have to look at the entire publication to draw the inference that it was false and it was deliberate falsehood.
All right.
The third count was that he disseminated false claims suggesting Tonto Dike misused funds from Justice for Mobile campaign, and that Tonto Dike was the gist lover. You know, the gist lover, everybody has been
mystery blogger
gist lover for years.
Yes. Up to now, nobody has
up till tomorrow, nobody really knows who is behind that social media handle. So he was accused of saying that Tonto Dike is behind it. Is the one operating the gist lover. That's one of the accusations. The other is that, you know, when Mobab died, there was a GoFundMe, Justice for Mobab, and money was poured in. I think Tonto Dike was part of the organizers. So Verydarkman was accusing her of misusing those funds for her personal use. Those are some of the
based on what you've just read.
The last one is publishing video.
Go ahead. Finish up.
The last one is that he published videos which are insulting and annoying remarks directed at Deputy Inspector Generals of Police and members of the National Assembly. One has to look at those videos to see what was insulting and what annoyed, what caused annoyance before you can decide the credibility of those kind of charges.
Okay, now before this issue of public figures, is it? I mean, okay, that is yes, public figures. By law, if you criticize them, whatever you call them, whatever name you call them, can they prosecute you because of that? Because they represent us, they are public figures. They are prone to criticism and whatever name you call them or whatever. In the US, I think that's the prevailing law. But you can't.
Criticism of somebody as opposed to falsehood. They are different things. I can criticize you. It's a different if I deliberately publish falsehood against you. I can criticize you, your personality, your dressing, your attitude, your eating habits, and everything. But if I should put out falsehood, knowing it to be falsehood against you, that is a different thing altogether.
All right.
So let's separate criticism from deliberate falsehood against people.
All right. Last question on this. Back to Verydarkman. So obviously, based on what you just enumerated, about four different counts, and based on that, I've not
four counts. Yes.
Fucking hell! I didn't watch all those.
That is in addition.
In addition
to the cyber stalking charges.
Oh, okay, the previous one. Okay. I didn't know all those videos, all those clips. I didn't watch them, so I can't. I know you too. You didn't, but so we can't. But based on the accusation there, if we go by the accusation, it means that Verydarkman. There's a case. EFCC actually has a case against him. That's what it means. If he did all those, because let me tell you one, because to prove, first of all, he has to. If he actually said, because I didn't watch those clips, if he actually said that Yabo Ojo slept or was sleeping with her own daughter. Wow, that's great. I don't know where he will get such kind of evidence. That means he has to prove that, right? That is one. Secondly, the other one for Tonto Dike again, that Tonto Dike a kind of corrupted herself with the contribution from mobile to whatever. So these are things that are somehow dicey to prove. If these things are true, we don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch those clips. I don't know. I am on the side of the Verydarkman, 100% on the side, because he is a good man, a genuine man, a sincere man, a man fighting for the people, for common man on the street. He's not enriching himself. In fact, he spends his money. That guy, honestly, do you believe that that Verydarkman is not even? I think he has a 2000 and waiting. The car he's driving is a very old model car, 10 years old or maybe 11. Just the common car, like every other average person. And they said when he was they were talking about how the EFCC they say we're told that even EFCC was shocked when he was under incarceration. They dug up all his means of income and his statements of account and everything. That guy does not have a dime to his name, not land, not house, does not have a personal property, nothing. Every money he generates, he just uses it basically to take care of people, for charity work, to fight for people. That guy is, honestly, that guy, initially I didn't take him seriously. But recently when I found out all these things, he just earned my respect. He just earned my respect. I respect that man. So here I am on his side, and I will feel so bad. I will feel so sad if truly EFCC has a case. If Barrister Austin Manta tells me that EFCC has a viable case against him, honestly, it will be. I will feel bad. I don't know, Barrister. Does EFCC have a case against him based on the 4-count charge and so other count charges?
Based on the looking at it at the face value of the charges.
Yes.
Charges represent charges against him, but with the caveat that, remember, I said the charges are drawn from specific statements in context.
Yes.
Not the whole text. You can read the whole text of the contract and see that it is not in the way that has been portrayed. So one needs the whole statement to make a credible analysis.
All right. I hope. Honestly, I just pray for Very Dark Man for him to win this case because the guy is a good guy. Is one of our own. He's doing the right thing. He's a very rare human being in this our present world. His generation is a youth, as far as I'm concerned. He's still a small boy, but his generation are so full of youthful exuberance. They are so full of um, ostentatious lifestyle, luxurious lifestyle, but he is not. He's always looking simple. He doesn't. You see him even his house where he lives and all the places he shoots video from. You just see around the city. You just realize that these places are just low income environment. It's not someone you can't. You wouldn't expect a celebrity like him. And especially after this EFCC discovery that to find out that this man does not even have a piece of land to his name, not to talk of a landed property or a building. That is unbelievable. A sort of, and this man receives money from different angles, huge sums of money, which means he basically have been spending all this money on people, on every other person but himself. Wow, this is impressive. So honestly, I pray for him to succeed and to be victorious, to come out victorious against EFCC. And I think I'll advise him. I hope he gets to this, gets in touch with this video. But if he doesn't, at least somehow. But my advice to him is, some of these things he does online, hitting people personally or some personalities. I think he should tread it with caution if you don't have evidence. Especially this issue of Yabo just sleeping with her daughter. That really requires a very, very strong evidence. Such evidence, I wonder how one expects someone to get hold of such evidence. So things like that, I don't know. I'm not sure. For that, honestly, I didn't watch that. So EFCC may have written so many things that this guy did not say. So I'm just making my statement based on what EFCC, what they are charging him on. So it is absolutely possible that Very Dark Man didn't even say all those things. So, but let's watch and see. My prayer is he gets out of this nonsense because he does not deserve it. He deserves much more than what EFCC is doing to him right now. Sorry, not much more. Sorry, he deserves much more much more opposite than what he is getting from EFCC right now. All right, Barrister, thank you so very much. Honestly, I didn't even know you'll be able to spend this much time on this show because I know you're not feeling fine. You must be a very strong man at your age to actually do this. This is it's been over 2 hours. We've been almost, I think, yes, over 2 hours on this. I didn't expect this from you. Thank you so very much, Barrister. For those of you who just joining us for the first time, we've been having this robust conversation with Barrister Austin Manta, a very senior legal practitioner of over 4 decades, over 40 years in practice, active practice. So he is an authority in this, and he's a very, very robust, knowledgeable current affairs analyst. So thank you very much. And for those of you who have not subscribed to our channel, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm not used to advertising this. I don't know. I'm not used to it. But again, we urge you to subscribe to this chat, to this platform, and set on your notification bell so that whenever we come to you, whenever we are online, you will definitely be notified to watch our show. And thank you very much for being here with us all the time. And remain blessed. Barrister, once again, thank you so very much.